What is super exciting about this for me is this is the second time that I've ever applied for a grant on my own and I won. Hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty here, Aquia Robinson, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how I won a $10,000 grant for my beauty business. Okay, I am super duper excited. This is kicking off a new series that I'm doing here on the Friends in Beauty channel, just about grant funding for beauty professionals, because after I shared that I won this grant, so many people had questions on social media. They were sliding into my DMs like asking like, how do I find grants? What would they use it for? Just like all types of things. So this is kicking off a new series for me where I'm just going to be spilling the tea on my grant process, because I am absolutely obsessed with grants right now. So anytime that I find something, I'm always sharing it with my friends in beauty anyway. So in this series, I'm just going to be covering like this grant in particular, like how I found out about this grant, also why beauty pros should be applying for grant funding, commonly asked questions. I'm going to be also sharing some grant resources, and then also what you should be doing with that grant money after you win. So in this video today, I'm just going to be doing a little reaction video of me receiving the grant, and then also sharing with you how I found this grant. So I know that was a long old intro. If you are interested in finding out more about grants for beauty professionals or small businesses in general too, because beauty professionals, we are mostly small businesses, go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, y'all, so in June of 2024, I found out that I won a $10,000 grant. The grant that I applied for is the NAACP and L'Oreal Inclusive Beauty Fund. It was for $10,000 and I won. I won. What is super exciting about this for me is this is the second time that I've ever applied for a grant on my own and I won. And that is something that is not very common. From what I'm learning, is not very common. Grants is definitely a I want to say like a long-term game, or what is it? It's a long game. Like most of the time when you apply for grants, you don't win every single time. It's like a quantity game, so you definitely have to apply for a lot. But the fact that this is the second time that I've actually applied for a grant, like actually sat down, filled out the application and all of those things, and I won, I was super proud of myself, because the grant writing process is not a simple one, but I also do fancy myself to be like a pretty good writer. So yeah, I won. So what I want to do is, like, when I got the notification that, you know, I just saw like L'Oreal NAACP agreement or something like that, I was literally in the house minding my business, y'all. And mind you, okay, so the grant that I'm talking about, let me think. The deadline for that grant was March 29th, and I got the announcement that I won in June. So March, April, May, almost 3 months, like literally almost 3 months to the date that the deadline for the application. So I wasn't really thinking about it. I think when you do, I don't know if they actually notify you if you don't receive a grant. That's something I'm not really deep in the process yet enough to know, but I really was not thinking about it. I was like minding my business. So like 3 months later, if I ain't heard nothing from now, I probably didn't get it. And I wasn't like necessarily like emotionally tied to like, you know, receiving the money. So I just wasn't thinking about it. So I want to show you all the video that I recorded when I found out that I received the grant. This is gonna be like a little reaction video, because I actually have not watched it. I have not watched the video since I posted like a little clip of it on Instagram, just to announce that I received the grant. I had not even announced like who I got the grant from or anything. So I'm about to pull up the video on my phone, and I'm gonna show y'all here, like on the screen or something, this video of me receiving this grant. And I already know I was crying and all that. Let me see. We started over. Oh my goodness. I'm literally sitting here working out and listening to watching episode 222, and I just saw an email that popped up. My heart is freaking racing. It says Aquia Robinson 2024 NAACP L'Oreal Inclusive Beauty Fund Grant Agreement. Oh my God. It says, oh my gosh. It says, congratulations on becoming, oh my God, why am I breathing like this? It's unbelievable, y'all. Like, $10,000. $10,000. Congratulations on becoming a recipient of the 2024 NAACP L'Oreal Inclusive Beauty Fund Grant. Encloses the award letter and agreement for your review and execution. You will also receive a separate request via the... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. $10,000. Like shaking. It says, dear friends in beauty, congratulations. It is with great pleasure that we inform you of your selection as a recipient of the 2024 Inclusive Beauty Fund Grant, a collaborative initiative between the NAACP and L'Oreal. Your application stood out among a competitive pool, and we are thrilled to support your small beauty business with a grant of $10,000. Wow. Wow. This is the first grant. This is the first. I believe this is the second grant that I've ever applied for. And I won. Y'all, I'm shook. I am shook watching that video again because at the time of this recording right now, it's already October. And maybe like a month ago, we've had like our onboarding call for this grant and everything like that. And just reading that or listening to that again, they told us on our onboarding call that, and mind you, this grant comes with like a whole coaching situation, mentorship. We get to like an in-person event. We learn all of this on our onboarding call. But apparently there were like close to 3,000 people who applied for this grant. And maybe like 20 something of us won. Incredible. And then within that group of people that won, like a lot of us are like in different places in the beauty industry, so we're not all just like hairstylists, makeup artists, podcasters, beauty community, all that stuff. Like we all do like so many different things within the beauty community. There's even somebody in there with a fragrance brand. But like I am shook watching that again. Like you see the tears were flowing. Okay, the tears were flowing because $10,000 is a big deal. Even if I won $1,000 grant, that's a big deal. This grant is something that is going to help my business so much. Like I have so many big plans for Friends in Beauty, and not having to worry about like just generating income for myself in order to make those plans come true. And I just having L'Oreal support, NAACP support to like just pour back into the beauty community is just like incredible. So let me tell y'all how I found this grant. Okay, so like I said, I have been really intrigued by grants. One, because if you don't know, in September 2023, I was gifted a grant by Black Beauty Roster and Tarte, and it was for $10,000. That grant was gifted to me. I won an award through Black Beauty Roster, the 2023 Excellence AJ Crimson Trailblazer Award. Like, I'll leave the vlog down below and everything when I received that award. And then they surprised me with a grant when I received that award. And I was, same way I was crying, I was probably crying worse, okay? In a room full of my mentors and peers, just crying. So ever since I received that grant from them, I have been really, really intrigued and just really interested in grants. So I just kind of started doing my research, looking up different platforms that have grants on them, and one of the platforms that I came across was Hello Alice. So Hello Alice is where I found this particular grant, the NAACP and L'Oreal Inclusive Beauty Fund grant, and it was also partnered with another brand, but I can't remember it. I will leave the post down below. But when I found that grant, like anytime that I find something that's going to be beneficial for me, I literally always share it with my community. I share it with my friends in beauty. So I posted this reel, I'm gonna put it over here. I posted this reel in March of 2024. The deadline for this grant in particular was March 2029, and in that list of grants that I'm sharing is this particular grant. Like, I shared it on my Instagram, I shared it on my email list. So if you are not following me on Instagram, make sure you are following Friends in Beauty, follow me, Aquia Robinson, and then also make sure you are on my email list, because I always share resources like this. So I'm not only sharing it, like, of course I want it to benefit you, but I'm also applying for these things too. So I'm not even sure if anybody that saw that post actually applied for it as well, but that is how I found out about that grant. I found it on Hello Alice. So later on in this series, I am going to be sharing, you know, resources as far as like where you can go to find grants, and then also people that you can plug into for grant material, because like I said, I am totally obsessed. I have been applying for grants like non-stop even since I won this one, and I share a weekly grant inside of Friends in Beauty's community, the Trailblazers Club. I share a grant with them literally like every week that they can apply for. So that's another way that you can get access to more resources is if you are inside of the Friends in Beauty Trailblazers Club. But yeah, this is just a kickoff video to show you what is possible. Beauty pros, we can indeed apply for grants. There are tons of grants out there for us. You just got to know where to look, okay? You got to know how to fill out those applications. And one thing that I am working on is getting a grant writer or somebody that's like a grant educator to come inside of the Trailblazers Club and really give us the low down dirty tea on applying for grants and everything like that. But for now, I'm just going to share what I found with you, and hopefully you find it interesting. So in the next video, I'm going to be sharing why beauty pros need to apply for grant funding, and just also a little bit about the grant application process. So if you are interested in just staying tuned for this series and learning along with the rest of your friends in beauty, I invite you to do so. If you enjoyed this video and you're looking forward to the series, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed, and also just leave me a little comment down below letting me know what you think, and if it's anything in particular you think I need to cover for this series. All right, anything else? Like I said, Friends of Beauty's Trailblazers Club. Follow Friends of Beauty on all social media platforms. You can also follow me, Aquia Robinson. Make sure you tune into the Friends of Beauty podcast every single Wednesday. I release episodes, and just stay tuned. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.